Good evening and welcome to Up South, the news show on news stories from South India every evening at 6:30 p.m. I'm T.S. Sudhir. A little later on in the show, we'll bringing you all the color from Onam from Kerala. That's a little later on Up South. Our top story this evening on Up South is from Tamil Nadu. Now, the opposition parties in the state have been demanding prohibition. They even wanted a discussion on the subject in the Tamil Nadu Assembly. But Jayalalitha, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, has decided to woo the same women voters by offering them sops. Now, the Tamil Nadu government's decision on prohibition finally before the elections will depend on the women's reaction to all those welfare measures.
For long, women in Tamil Nadu have been asking Jayalalitha to ban the flow of liquor in the state. But instead of conceding the demand, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has dangled the carrot of elaborate medical checkups. Launching the Amma Women's Special Master Health Checkup, Jayalalitha has made it possible to get all major medical checkups done at a nominal cost. Another scheme will also ensure that mothers of newborns are dropped home after their delivery.
More than 29 schemes she has announced it, only for the public, that too for the health. So, these people, they want to say something. The only matter they have now is liquor. If Prime Minister closes all over India, no problem, even State Board has to close it.
The opposition realizes the attempt is to blunt the demand for prohibition. The parties have been asking for a discussion on the subject in the Tamil Nadu Assembly.
This government will not heed any request insofar as prohibition of liquor is concerned, and there is not only seeming to be a huge income for the government, it is private persons who are involved in this government.
She cannot stop the propaganda for prohibition. We have promised that if we come back to power, we will bring in prohibition.
With the sale of liquor contributing 26,000 crore rupees to the state exchequer in 2014-15, it is a difficult financial decision to take for Jayalalitha, especially when the money helps fund many of her welfare schemes. With Srisha Reddy in Chennai, Bureau Report, India Today.
Right, but it's not just the political scene which is hotting up on the issue of prohibition. The education sector is also caught in the crossfire. Now, a few days back, the head of Department of Political Science at the University of Madras, Professor Ramu Manivannan, was asked to step down from his post of HOD because he refused to take action against the students who had taken part in the agitation for prohibition. Ever since, the students have been demanding that he should be reinstated in his post as the head of department, and the classes at the University of Madras of Political Science have been suspended. Joining me now from Chennai is Professor Ramu Manivannan. Professor Ramu, do you think that the government and the university administration has acted in a high-handed manner, in the manner in which they dealt with both you as well as the students taking part in the agitation being the primary reason that led to this?
Well, I think it's really disheartening, and I'm deeply saddened and disheartened by the way the university administration has handled this issue. And then I also believe that it is high time the government takes a view of all the entire situation in the University of Madras. And if it's a teacher's issue and then the students are sympathetic, or the teacher feels rightfully that of the stakes, then this is an issue that the university administration should sit down and have a meaningful dialogue. And instead of that expelling students or attempting to intimidate them and then suspending the students, and I've never heard anywhere in the world that entire department has been suspended of 130 students. And this is unheard of, and this kind of situation does not help any kind of the resolution of the present status.
Right. Professor Ramu, you use very strong words there. You say that the university has acted in a manner that kind of seeks to intimidate the students. Now, let me play devil's advocate. The flip side would be, the argument would be that why should students really take part in an agitation that has distinct political overtones? They are meant to study. Do you think in that sense the students overstep the line?
What is the distinct political tone? And if students are asking for good, clean academic environment, and then but the students are talking about the accountability of the university administration about the academic and then the career system, and then or anti-corruption or drinking water facilities, or even including about the anti-liquor movement. And what is political about it? If 20-year-old boy, does he need to be told that, like, you know, this the drinking alcohol is harmful, or about like anti-tax mark policies? I don't see any kind of anti or political tone to this entire thing. And the university students know what they exactly and talking about, and the university administration has to show the greater accommodation of airing the public view, or airing the position of the students. Why does university have to feel intimidated by when students talk about anti-task mark, or when students talk about water, when students talk about like appointment of teachers, good teachers, and the transparency, good education system? What is there to be intimidated, and what is there political about it?
Right, fair enough, but obviously it's a viewpoint that the University of Madras doesn't quite agree with. We'll continue to track that story very closely coming from Chennai. Professor Ramu Manivannan, thanks a lot for joining us on Up South. Now, staying with news from Chennai, we all know that it's very difficult to find a wall in the capital city of Tamil Nadu which is not defaced, where you don't find graffiti or any kind of political or film poster. But now the Madras High Court has come down heavily on such practice. They say that people who actually deface a wall should pay for it, and that's the responsibility of the Tamil Nadu government to ensure that people are made to pay for it. And it's high time Chennai cracks the whip, and hopefully we would find more clean walls. Joining me now from Chennai is my colleague Shisha Reddy. Shisha, the fact that you wouldn't really find a clean wall in Chennai is a well-known fact. Now, what have been the kind of reactions, especially from the political establishment, to this order of the Madras High Court?
Well, Sudhir, all the political parties continue to blame the other one. In fact, you know, when we was talking to us, the Congress party said that is the least posters that have been put up by their own party. Because when you see all these walls in Chennai, not just where the political leaders reside, but also all the walls across the city, you can find posters. It's not only political posters, and these days people started putting up posters for birthdays and celebrations. So, which is something that where one can find only in Tamil Nadu, and more so in the districts, you know, not restricted from Chennai. And one poster right behind me is an example of what has been happening in the city. A poster for a movie release, you know, after like several decades. So that's an old movie which has been re-released again. So posters not restricting to political parties, but also for other occasions. So this kind of stern action given out by the Madras High Court will bring back the beauty of Chennai, and will make them say that Singara Chennai is back, is something that people of Chennai has been hoping for.
Absolutely. We have heard of poster boys, but Chennai definitely qualifies to be called the poster city of India. Let's listen in to some of the voices that Shisha got us from the ground there in Chennai.
These parties here in Tamil Nadu, they put up so big things that is not being removed for days and years. Now maybe a cleaning process, if it is required, for that a charge can be collected. So at least the process will keep continuing, and maybe it will get limited thereafter.
Cinema posters and this political parties and other social activities, they are putting up posters. That is not at all a good thing, because everybody wanted a clean India.
No, unwanted posters to be removed, even obscene posters, so not required.
There has to be a common education for people to keep the city clean. More than if that comes normally, I think these things will fall apart.
Right. Joining me on the phone line from Chennai is RJ Balaji. Balaji, do you think your city can really clean up its act? What are the reactions that you have been getting to this order of the Madras High Court, and do you think political parties will fall in line? Right, I don't think we are able to establish that audio connection with RJ Balaji. Shisha, the fact remains that we heard all those voices coming from Chennai. People are talking of fines to be imposed on people who are continuing to deface the public walls. But do you think Chennai government and the municipal corporation really has the political will, given the fact that in most cases even the ruling party joins in defacing those walls?
Well, exactly, Sudhi. So that is the problem here. In fact, not just the other political parties, but the ruling party itself, The lot of posters, even if you just like step into Poet's Garden, and you can't like find one wall which has no posters at all. So there are a lot of posters that have been put up not only right outside the residences, as I pointed out earlier. There remain posters at party offices, at right outside schools, hospitals, and there is not even one place which is like spared of this disfigurement of these walls, be it the newly constructed buildings, or a small slide of a wall even has a space for this kind of posters, and even the electricity board. So everywhere these posters have been put up. So now this High Court order in fact will do some sort of justice to all these laws that have been put up, is what people have been hoping for, Sudeep.
Yes, Srisha. In fact, we have got back Balaji on the phone line. Balaji, simple question: do you think Chennai can clean up its act?
Hi, Sudhir. Even as a citizen of Chennai, I hope the court order can turn things around. But I'm afraid practically how possible it is. Because it is not only the political parties, also the films and film stars, and even somebody who's like celebrating his birthday, put up his poster on a wall. First thing is that. Second thing is like any rule that is to be implemented here, it is too difficult. Whom will you go? Which department will go and collect the fine, and whom they will ask? If it is a ruling party, whom will they go and ask? If it is a film poster, whom will they go and ask? So it is very difficult to implement rule. If it is implemented, yes, it will do a lot of good for the city. But I don't think it is very easy to implement. On paper, it looks really good, but practically it will take at least 33 years.
So you are saying that a Swachh Chennai wall is really utopian. It's not likely to happen very soon. Balaji and Srisha Reddy, thanks a lot for joining us on Up South. Now, quite an incredible feat is taking place in Hyderabad. Marathon runner Arun Hardwaj is running on the treadmill for 36 hours. He started at 6:40 this morning and he will end that feat at 6:40 tomorrow evening, that's Saturday. Now, Hardwaj, who works for the Defence Ministry in Delhi, is known as India's foremost ultra-marathoner. He joins me now from Hyderabad. Arun, you are setting a record for walking on a treadmill for 36 hours. You already hold the record for walking 171 kilometers for 24 hours, which was done last year. Now, why this fascination for the treadmill?
Actually, ये treadmill का ये फायदा है कि इसमें सब लोग देख रहे हैं live कि जिंदा आदमी how is running all the time. So इसमें कोई ये नहीं शक कर सकता अगर हम जब point to point कहीं दौड़ते हैं city to city रास्ते में बैठ गया होगा. तो यहाँ सब कुछ सामने है सबके और this is for inspiration actually.
Right, Arun, I have been reading up on you and you are quite an incredible person, I must say. 4,100 kilometers you walked from Kargil to Kanyakumari in 2012 in 61 days, 40 days non-stop from Delhi to Chandigarh, walking 250 kilometers. Now, what makes you choose all these incredibly long journeys?
Actually, मैं सोचता था कि वैसे मैंने जो रनिंग शुरू की वो मैंने अपनी बेटी के पैदा होने के बाद की आफ्टर द एज ऑफ 30. तो वो इसलिए की कि उनको इंस्पायर करने के लिए कि हम अगर अपना हर्ट सेट करने किसी भी गोल के ऊपर तो अचीव करके रहते हैं. तो इसमें मेन मेरे ये कि इट्स जस्ट लाइक बियॉन्ड द इमेजिनेशन टू रन सच काइंड ऑफ डिस्टेंसेस एंड बाय एन इंडियन एज पीपल से दैट ये काम तो यूरोपियन अमेरिकन कर सकते हैं, तुमने क्यों चुना? लेकिन मैंने उनको गलत साबित किया. इसमें यही है कि अपने देश को जरूरत है अपने यहाँ के हीरो की जिसको फॉलो कर सकें. और ये मैं हीरो बनने के लिए तो नहीं कहता, बट इससे लोग इंस्पायर हो रहे हैं. तो जब वो इंस्पायर होते हैं तो उनको देख के मुझे और ज्यादा करने की इच्छा होती है.
Right, I mean, आपने हीरो बनने के लिए तो नहीं किया, but you are quite a hero. I'm very curious to know what really goes on in your mind when you're walking, when you're alone and walking those long distances.
मेरे दिमाग में ये चलता है कि मेरे दिमाग में ज्यादातर तो अपने दिमाग को खाली रखने की कोशिश करता हूँ. ज्यादा सोचूंगा तो फिर बर्डन आ जाएगा. बट लेकिन जो मेन ये रहता है कि मुझे केवल कंटिन्यू करना है. रिजल्ट तो अपना पाएगा, जो रिकॉर्ड बनेगा वो पीछे अपना पाएगा. बाकी मैं ये सोचता हूँ कि मेरी अपने देश के प्रति जो हमारी आने वाली जनरेशन है, बच्चे हैं और बड़े भी, इनके प्रति एक काफी जिम्मेदारी है. हम उन्हें बताएं कि देखो हम कितनी भी मेहनत कर सकते हैं करना चाहें तो. अदरवाइज कौन सोच सकता था अभी से पहले कि 36 घंटे को इंडियन दौड़ेगा ट्रेडमिल पे एक जगह लगातार.
Welcome back. You're with Up South. It's Onam today and all of Kerala and Malayalis all over the world are in celebration mode. The ground zero, if I may say, is the Vamanamurthy temple in Ernakulam in Kerala. And my colleague Revathi Rajivan is there and she sent us this report.
Onam celebrations at the only Vamanamurthy temple in Kerala, the Trikakara temple, began with Attachamayam, a grand procession that took out in the streets of Kochi. And today, on the 10th day, Thiruvonam, the celebrations began with Vaman and the deity of this temple welcoming King Mahabali back to his ancestral kingdom. According to beliefs, Mahabali wanted a boon to meet his people once every year. Well, a lot has changed in Kerala. Metro construction in Kochi, traffic jam, pollution and youngsters dressed up in Premium style instead of traditional white and gold. But not much has changed according to the beliefs of the people. Mahabali still visits them, and all that is seen in a festival in Kerala, the elephants, the sadhya and thousands of people gathered were also seen in Trikakara.
Tamil Nadu Trikakara അമ്പലം ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് വലിയ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു. നമ്മൾ ഓർക്കുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ എല്ലാം നടത്തി കൊടുക്കുന്നത്.
No festival in Kerala is complete without the presence of elephants. 9 huge elephants are part of the Trikakara Onam festival this time. And these majestic creatures standing in a disciplined row and bowing before Trikakarappan to the tune of Chendamelam is a sight that every devotee loves to watch.
This main item is harvest season here in Kerala. They all wear only white sarees, only white dhotis they wear. And this one, this sadhya is very famous here. They prepare some 2-3 types payasam.
Kerala food ரொம்ப அருமையா இருக்கு. 14 வகை காய், 2-3 வகை பாயாசம், சாம்பார், ரசம் பூராமே நல்லா இருக்கு.
Awaited and delicious part of any festival in Kerala. With more than 10 side dishes starting from banana chips to delicious payasam, this Onam Sadhya on Thiruvonam Day marks the end of 10 days celebrations. Now the flower carpets will be removed and King Mahabali will return, and Keralites will wait for another year for his return to this God's own country. With camera person Jaikumar, Revati Rajavan in Kochi for India Today.
On that celebratory note, we come to the end of this edition of Up South this Friday evening. From the entire team, thanks for watching.